And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. How you guys doing? And welcome back. It's been so long, everybody. I missed you. I missed you all so very much. What's been going on in the world? I heard some changes have happened. I heard some things has gone down, but that's not what we've come to talk about here today. Today, I'm finally giving y'all a World Championship recap show that y'all haven't gotten from me specifically. Y'all have gotten some edited shows. I'm working on some new things. I'm working on trying to learn how to do some new things. So y'all gonna see some changes and some content to the channel coming up shortly. You might actually get a name change to the channel coming up very shortly. But that is neither here nor there. We are going to recap the World Gymnastics Championships from 2023. We're also going to talk about the Russian head coach and why she feels the need to keep going after Simone Biles. And we're also going to talk about the Mary Lou Retton situation. So, let's start off with our World recap. Worlds 2023 was freaking amazing. Worlds 2023 has to have been one of the best world championships since Worlds. Hell, in a very long time. I can't think of a Worlds that was better than this Worlds. But this has been the absolutely premium of world championships in a very long time. And with that being said, let's talk about the things that we liked about this World Championship. First of all, at this World Championships, this was the very first World Championships that I can remember ever where every single American medalist from the World Championships were Black. Every single American individual medalist, I'm so sorry, I need to keep putting the individual before I make that point, was Black. So we have, in the men's all around, the individual medalist was Fred Richards. In the women's all around, the two individual medalists was Charlize Jones and Simone Biles. Oh my gosh, I was about to forget Simone, y'all. Our individual medalist from the men event finals was Coy Young. He won a silver on pommel horse and he won a silver on vault. Our individual medalist from the women's side was Simone on vault, Charlize on bars, Simone on beam and floor. In the history of gymnastics, this is the first time that even on the men, and I don't know how to express this without expressing it so harshly. Even on the men's side of the things, the men finally have stepped it up. And the men finally did the thing and went out and got the scores and got the medals. A couple men. Paul Judah, also, I want to give him a special shout out because he did phenomenal at this World Championships, making vault event finals and high bar event finals, where I think he finished in 5th on both of those events. So I don't want to discredit Paul. Paul did his thing. It's just Fred and Coy did it better. I also don't want to discredit Asher and Yule, who both made parallel bars finals. Neither one of them did very well, but they both made the final. And that's also something that we pretty hyped about over here at We Love Gymnastics. Finally, from the USA men, you know, they were upholding their end of the bargain, you guys. It's been a while. So now that we talked about the men, because that's all I got. I don't know who won Flora. I don't know who won. I know Reese from Ireland won pommel horse. I have no clue who won rings. I know Jake German from GB won vault ahead of Coy. Even though I think Coy had the better vaults, it's just his start values were lower. So we're not even gonna complain about that. I feel like P-Bars was good. I don't know who won. Hey, dude. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know who won P-Bars. I don't know who won High Bar either. So we're going to get to the women next. So on the women's side of things, let's talk about it. So we're going to start off with in team finals. Team finals was freaking amazing. Team finals was freaking dope as hell. The Americans won. The Brazilians, of all people, came in second place, followed closely behind by France. Those was our three medalists on the women's team side. And I don't think nobody really expected that podium. I think the podium people was expecting was America, GB, Brazil. And especially after France. Okay, Duke, we could go there in a second. Especially after France did in qualification, barely making it past. I don't think nobody saw them winning the bronze medal in team finals. I don't think nobody saw that coming whatsoever. Stoy. Dude, I'm gonna sit up there and on this new journey, on this new platform, on the new things that we're doing, we are gonna try our hardest to be less messy and be more critical and critique driven. So the Romanians, I don't feel like they were robbed of a team's final spot. It was very close. I believe if the Romanians just, fell once or twice less, they probably would have made it to team finals and probably would have been players here. I can't even lie. The Romanians have come back. They're not where the Romanians used to be, but they are on a upward journey after this World Championships. I will acknowledge that, dude. Sabrina Vonner did very good. Almost making beam finals. I think she did make floor finals. She did very good. Do I think Flavia beat her out of floor? Absolutely. 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 I'm so ecstatic for Team Brazil here. I can't even hold the excitement if y'all can't tell. Like, I'm so happy for Team Brazil. Like, to be honest, I'm happy with the entire medal podium. It's almost like I hate always making it about race, but it is. The three blackest countries in the world are the three. Well, they're not the three blackest. They're not even close. But three of the blackest countries in the world took the top three spots in on the podium. That's great. And I feel like we could be happy for France, even though the country of France is really okay. We can have that conversation in a second. In a second, but what the hell is going on in the country of France, you guys? Like, y'all Olympics, y'all are like, in my mind, France is like one of the richest countries in the world. Like, it's like America, Canada, GB, China, all of them countries, Japan are up here. France is just not even a whole footstep behind in my mind. Clearly not in reality. But in my mind, France was just like a step behind them. It wasn't like it is where France is like, I wouldn't call France a third world country by no means, way, shape, or form, but maybe second world country. It's more realistic for them. Like, this Olympics go around is not going very well for them. Not at all. Not at all. But moving on. So after that comes the all around finals. I mean, the Italians almost came in third here. Let's not wash over this, because we're celebrating Team France, but the Italians should have come in third at this competition, even with half of their team being injured. The Italians should have come in third in this competition. It was, I don't mean to blame Alice D'Amato, but her falling on uneven bars cost them the bronze medal. But on that same token, Melanie hit the best balance beam routine of her entire career and won them that bronze medal. So, also Team China, let's not overlook Team China either. Team China should have came in second here, to be honest. They just need to really work on getting their Yurchenko doubles back. But I think all of the major players this quad did really good. Of course, there was lots of falls. Mostly an all-around competition, but there was lots of falls. I feel like, though, if the Italians, would have, they, not. I thought China was going to do way worse too, dude. Like, I thought China, I've said it so many times, China, in my mind, could have came in second or eighth. So for them coming in, like, I think they came in fourth. I think it was a major accomplishment for them. I think, and again, China should have, like, with the team that they sent to Asia Games, China have some girls who could have vaulted here, and they could have secured the silver medal quite easily, in my mind, if they would have, made Worlds their priority. But they had split priorities between Worlds and Asian Games. I understand it. It's neither here nor there. It already happened. But I feel like China could have easily been the second best team here. Easily. By the way they serve so hard on bars and beam here at this competition, I think China got something coming for the Olympic Games. I think some teams should be. I think for a long time, this quad, we kind of been washing China out. But I think China got some things up their sleeves for this Paris Olympic Games, and I'm here for it. And I look forward to seeing it. Other notable teams at Germany. Germany did not qualify a team through to the Olympics, you guys. I thought they had it. I thought they would have had it, but Romania did slightly better than them, and they lost another one of their big stars right before the world started. So it was going to be hard for Germany, regardless. Shout out to the Mexican team. They did really good. I thought they were a couple of falls away from beating the Romanians too, in my opinion, but they got all three of the quarter spots at this World Championships here, so that's something. Shout out to there's another team that I really want to talk about. The Netherlands did really good too. They qualified a full team through to the Olympics, and they got two girls through to event finals on the even bars. I thought that was impressive. Yeah, I thought that was very impressive. Um, so let's fast forward. So after that, then we go to the all-around competition where Simone won, Rebecca came in second, and Charlize came in third. And for another first time in the history of gymnastics, we had our first. Did Belgium qualify team? No. No, Belgium did not. For the first time in the history of gymnastics on the women's side, we had the top three gymnasts in the world, not just in America, which happened last year, but this time in the world, Simone Biles, Rebecca Andrade, and Charlize Jones, all Black people. I hate to keep having to have this conversation, but I feel like I do. Black does not equal African American. African American does not equal Black. Black is a skin color. African American is someone's nationality. You come from the country of America. You just are a Black American, so you are Black African American. Even though I don't personally like the term African American, I kind of like the term Afro American, though. I don't mind that, like Afro Latino. Just like if you're Afro Latino, that means you're a Black person from one of the Latin American countries, which means you could be a Black person from Brazil, you could be a Black person from Colombia, you could be a Black person from Panama, you could be a Black person from Mexico. You could be Latin, like Afro Latino, and still be Black. Black is not an American terminology. It's just a skin color. It's just a skin color, people. Man, Kalia Nemore did uh the best routine of the entire competition, her all around uneven bars routine. That thing was so beautiful. She made all of her connections. If she would have did that routine in the event finals, they're just we're gonna get to event finals. I still think Kalia Nemore should be the world uneven bars champion. But seems like I'm gonna die on that hill alone, so I'm used to it. So let's get to it. So in the all around, other than the top three, what happened is Jessica Gatarova hurt herself in training, so she pulled out of competition. So once Jessica Gatarova pulled out, that was okay. It was like a lot less pressure on Charlize because the competition was who was going to win, either Rebecca or Simone. And we all thought Simone had the advantage, but if Simone failed, then Rebecca could have came up and shook some shit up. But Simone did not fall. Simone had one of her better competitions, except for on floor. We'll get to that in a second. Rebecca also had an incredible competition here. We just give that girl her flowers. Rebecca Andrade is that girl. She is one perfect. She is one perfect day of competition away from beating Simone Biles. I don't even think she really needs to do anything that differently other than be a little bit more consistent. Simone is right now has a little bit more consistency. And they were scoring Simone's bar routine really high at this competition, a lot higher than I would have scored it. But they were consistently scoring Simone's bars between a 4.14.2 to a 14.4, 14.5, which was choices. I'm not going to say Simone did bad on bars any day of this competition. It's just choices. Choices. Um, and Simone is better than Rebecca Andrade on being. Simone is, yeah. Yeah, that's the other. I would say Rebecca is better than Simone on uneven bars, but Simone is way better than Rebecca on beam. So I would say I'm gonna say Simone is better than Rebecca on floor too, even though that's a neck and neck. But I would say Rebecca is. I can't even say I would say Rebecca is better than Simone doing the charm, because if Simone always did her charm like the one she did in all around finals, there's no you can that was perfect. Like, but it doesn't always look like that. Whereas Rebecca's charm almost always looked like that. So there's the distinction. Other notable noticeable mentions in the all around was in first rotation, almost everybody fell. So the all around competition wasn't as good as event finals. I mean, as event finals or team finals, because Alicia D'Amato fell after the first event. Who else fell after it? Flavia fell. Who else fell? Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of. Melanie fell. Um, I'm forgetting people. I'm forgetting people. But a lot of people that were supposed to challenge Charlize for this bronze medal basically fell. So as long as Charlize did not fall, she was going to win this. Hell, and probably she could have failed one time, and she still probably would have won this bronze medal quite easily, because literally all of the top players for this all-around competition either pulled out or had injuries. Well, I mean, pulled out because of injuries or fell in the first event. So there we go. Those are our top three. Now, I wouldn't have been mad if Melanie would have got the bronze medal. Oh, how would we have felt as a gym trainer if Melanie would have gotten the bronze medal over Charlize? Do we think Melanie on her best day is a better? I don't think so. I think Charlize on her best day is the better. If they're both on their, if they're both at their best, I think Charlize will always beat Melanie. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on that hill alone. I'm gonna stand on that hill alone. I think if they're both on their best days, I think Charlize beats Melanie, and that's on period. So we move on to event finals, where we go to vault. Simone does this here Chinko double pike as her first vault and over rotates it by a lot. Like, I don't think we've seen Simone over rotate that vault like that. Uh, Unless she's doing it on purpose. And I don't think that was the on purpose thing in vault finals. I just think she just was way over hyped and over rotated it. I think if Simone would have done Arminar, or hell, even a Yurchenko double twist, I think Simone would have won vault quite easily over Rebecca. But that's not the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know. So then Simone does her chung and does a great chung. I think she just had a small hot back. So Simone came in second. Rebecca did her chung with a step back and a beautiful Yurchenko double and won that thing quite easily. Yo from South Korea came out and she put up her yo vault of 5.8, but she only did a Rudy, but she did the most beautiful Rudy I think I've ever seen. Probably, I think Yo has the best Rudy ever, better than ASAC. Hey, Momo. Thank you for watching. Thanks, friends. Thank you all for tuning in and the support. It feels really good that people still care. Um, so after we have what event was that? What event was that? Fall. So then we have high bar, uneven bar. So uneven bars, Charlize started off first. Now Charlize did not do the uneven bar routine she did in day one, but I think it's okay because I think even if she would have did all of her connections and her double front with a half turn, she still would have came in third place. She still would have came in third place. So I'm perfectly okay with Charlize Jones coming in third place in this competition. People who I thought would have challenged Charlize Jones for this third place really didn't even make uneven bar finals. Like I thought Alicia D'Amato would have really challenged for that bronze medal, but she didn't make uneven bar finals. And then everybody else, trying to see who else. It's just nobody else in that event final I really saw challenging for the top three. Now I'm not saying it couldn't have happened. Clearly it could have happened. It's just I ain't see it. Now here go to me the biggest controversy of this world championship, which is second and first on uneven bars. We have Kalia Nemore who goes up and do her Nemore skill, which is her in-bar Nabiva. She didn't make the connection through to her pack, but she connected the entire rest of the routine from her pack through to her the wild fit in, through to her chow two, through to her in-bar full, through to her double out. Like she connected the entire rest of her routine. I think yes, she missed the first connection. Yes, she scored over a 15. I think if she scored, but she completely stuck the landing here. I think if she scored like a 15-2 in all-around finals, I think that score should have been about the same. Yes, she missed her connection, but that it's not even a deduction. That not that missing of that connection was still better than her big hop she took on her double layout in all-around finals, which should have been 0.3 of a point. It should have been around the same score. I really, 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 really think Kalia Nemore should have been the world championship, the world champion. I'm so sorry, everybody on even bars at this competition. We all know that the Chinese girl did great. She connected her in bar through to her downy, but her downy was caught kind of close to the bar. Did she also have a great routine? She did. She did. Does she have a lot less built-in deductions? Because she does mostly pirouettes, and yeah, I guess they're hitting Kalia Nemore on her Yeshava, which is kind of wonky. Her Chow, which is kind of wonky. Like it's a certain part of Kalia Nemore's routine where she never actually closes her legs together. It's just her legs are just wherever they are at, they are at. Now her legs are straight, her toes are pointed, so it looks pretty. But I can see the areas where the judges are deducting. But with the Chinese girl, first of all, her release move catches are kind of close to the bars. Her Van Leeuwen, it's not like her legs are 100% together on that release move the whole time. I think Kalia Nemore should have been world champion on uneven bars. I think the Chinese girl should have came in second place, and I think Charlize Jones is right where she deserves to be at in third place at this competition. But that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Moving on, we go into balance beam, which was another good one. Which was a really another good one because I think Charlize would have came in third on balance beam too, if not for her weird ass fall on her double pike dismount. So Simone came up there, and I think Simone was the very first person to go on beam. If she wasn't, I'm so sorry, Simone. Simone A. Simone A. Like, that literally was the very best beam routine of Simone season this year. It's not her best beam routine she's ever done, but it was the best beam routine she's done so far this season. Clearly, Simone A. So Simone won that thing. Again, not so easily because again, the Chinese girl. It was a different Chinese girls. I'm just not trying to jack up these girls' names. She went up there. She did a great beam routine. The gym Trinette is like she feels like she was robbed that she beat Simone. I'm up here looking at that beam routine and like how Sway, how could y'all even sit up there and even utter the words that I don't even think. And her beam routine was real difficult and real hard. It was real difficult. The Chinese girls. I think Rebecca Andrade should have came in second place once again. I think Rebecca Andrade should have came in second place once again. But Rebecca had a few wobbles and a few balance checks that I understand, but my boo Charlize Jones was doing the absolutely best beam routine of her elite gymnastics career. That beam routine was serving on every level. That beam routine was serving on every level. And then Mama went back handspring, double pike, and that double pike just was nowhere in the air. And she did the exact same thing that Sky Blakely did, and like let it. Charlize is okay for you because you won so many other things at this competition. It's okay. It's okay. But I really think Charlize was going to win that bronze medal on beam. Charlize definitely was going to win that bronze medal on beam over Rebecca. But Charlize, your issue is not even an issue. I don't want to critique. I love you, Charlize Jones. I'm a Scott Blakely fanatic, though, but I love you, Charlize Jones. My only thing I hope that you work on in this off season is your turning ability on floor because they just were not giving you credit for none of your turns, not even your triple whoop turn. Like it was either your turning. Dr. Tumley, I think you should keep your exact same floor music. Just work on turns, work on getting those turns consistent, and work on building your level of difficulty up on beam. Add in the free cartwheel, lay out, step out, and add in the full twist and double back on beam. And doing that all consistent, man, Charlize, you could catch Rebecca. You could catch Rebecca on drives, girl. You would need to do a harder ball. But you're not that far away from Rebecca, Charlize. You're really not. Story, everybody. The next event finals. My favorite event final because Miss Flavia Saraiva finally won her individual world championship medal on floor exercise, not balance beam like we all thought, but floor. And I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it all. So, in event finals, Simone had a slight error on floor. She was going for her switch lead switch lead full. And she almost fell on that thing. So she got a little bit lower of a floor exercise score in team finals than we're used to because of that error. So Simone went to floor exercise in the event finals. Was it as good as her floor exercise routine in team finals? No. Was it still probably her second best floor routine of the season? Absolutely. I think she went out of balance on her bow skill. And so we gotta do something with that too, because that's the last piece of the puzzle to your floor exercise of staying in bounds is that damn bow skill. We take away the bows too. Do we need to take that out too? I don't think so. But if you do, if you are considering taking it out, I think a real good replacement for the bows too would be a round off 1.5 through to a full end, or a round off 1.5 through to regular double layout and end it with a full end. But I don't think you should take it out. I think you should add a whip back before the skill. Instead of trying to connect the leap out of the skill, I think you should go round off whip back bows. That's my personal opinion. I think you would do it quite easily. It should give you 2/10 of a point um, added to your floor routine. I think that's what you should do. Whip back through to your bows. Or hell, be a bold, be the diva that you are, Simone Biles, and go round off whip back handspring bows. That might be hell. We're trying to solve your going out of bounds issue, so that might add to it. But I think if you go round off whip bows, I think that would be. I think that would slow your rotation down enough, but I think you can still get it around, and I think it would solve some of your out of bounds issues. I could be wrong, but I think it would help. Moving on. Oh wait, is that? Then we have Rebecca Andrade, who did great and came in second place. Then we have Flavia, who did great and came in third place. And then that's the World Championships, you guys. The World Championships ate the kids. Damn, this was so great, so great. Um, I want to talk about how not one, or the women's side of the sport, not one individual medal from Europe, not one. On vault, the medals are North America, South America, Asia. On bars, the medals are Africa, Asia, America. On beam, the medals went America, Asia, South America. On floor, the medals went America, South America, South America. And in the all around, the medals went America, South America, North America. So, as an entire continent, Europe, what is the T? And speaking of continents being the T, Valentino, Valentino, the head coach of Russia, sit your ass down to the reading table because you was about to get read. Let me read the statement that she said about our GOATs, the greatest gymnast of all time, our queen of gymnastics, Simone Biles. This ratchet witch decided to do, 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 do. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying to find the quote. Trying to find- And shout outs to Addicts and Catherine for starting their new series on his Twitch channel. I'm very, 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 very happy for them. Oh my god, did I not share it? Okay, okay. Valentina, yes, they did, Momo. Yes, they did, and we're gonna talk about that. But until I can find that, we're gonna put that on pause. Ah, thank you, Addis. I love you, friend. It's just I'm still mad at your ass right now, but I love you. I love you. I love you down. Um, uh, where are they at? Valentino, Valentino. Oh my God, did I not share it? I probably did not share it, you guys. Hold on, everybody. I shared it. Okay, fine. While I'm looking for this, Mary Lou Retton, Mary Lou Retton, Valentina, you can get your ass up out the reading table, out the reading chair, because it's not your turn. It's not your turn. Clearly, it's not your turn. Mary Lou Retton, please have a seat, because I have so many thoughts and opinions about this. And I've been really sitting up here debating, should I even talk about this? Because it's Mary Lou Retton. It's Mary Lou fucking Retton, you guys. Like, at the end of the fucking day, Mary Lou, regardless of everything she's done after the fact, when she was 16 years old, Mama went to the Olympics and became the first ever American Olympic champion. That is something that we cannot just be like, it don't matter. That is not something we can just be like, just because the Soviets decided to boycott that Olympic Games, we can act like it don't matter, right? But, but, but what does matter is her, her. Trying to choose my words very carefully, you guys. I'm trying to choose my words very, very, very carefully. What matters is that people do not. You don't. No matter how. Okay, first of all, we're gonna sit up here and say this. We don't know what's wrong with Mary Lou Retton, right? People have their suspicions. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. People have what they believe happened, but the families never put that information out. Even though I personally feel like it's a very crucial piece to the puzzle, because if a person is, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be, thank you, my love. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be a Republican, you can be a Democrat, you can be a Tea Party member, you can be whatever you want to be. You can be anti-vax, because I'm not the biggest vaccine person in the world either. I don't particularly like the idea of having to get a shot by some chemicals made by the government in order to not be sick. But what you can't do is be one of the most richest, most successful gymnasts in the world. Have a medical issue and then have your family start a GoFundMe. Like, something about that just seems so. It just don't feel right, you guys. It just feels so off. It feels like a money grab. Like it does. It feels like a money grab, everybody, and it just doesn't make any sense because she. I can't count their pockets, right? I can't count their pockets. I can't. I don't know how they was spending their finances. I don't know what was going on in their lives, but you telling me her family couldn't sell one of those Wheatie boxes? You telling me the family couldn't sign something that she autographed and auctioned it off? Why did it have to be a GoFundMe though? That's just my like GoFundMe's for me are for regular people who don't have it, who are struggling, who their loved one caught COVID at work because their loved one has to work in the public, right? And right now now you have to pay to get vaccinated. Like before, being vaccinated was free, so now you have to pay to get vaccinated. So I can understand that from like Susie May, who worked at the Walmart and who was a cashier for the last 20 years, but Mary Lou Retton is Mary Lou Retton. Like before her family came to the public with a GoFundMe, y'all don't think USA Gymnastics would have given them the money? Like, I'm being dead ass serious right now. If her family would have went to USA Gymnastics and be like, look, this is what's going on. We're not sure how we're going to pay for these bills. We don't want to put her business out there. Can y'all help? I think USA Gymnastics would have covered everything. It's just so. And I'm definitely doing a video, working on a project about a lot of our favorite gymnasts are conservatives. And I know everybody is like, well, she's a Republican, and if she had COVID, well, then that's what she got because she was an anti-vaxxer. And I don't agree with that sentiment at all. I disagree with you. I think Mary Lou is the richest of them all. Mary Lou was the first. Mary Lou got opportunities that hell even Simone would never get. Um, Mary Lou has been able to profitize her winning the gold medal at 16 for the last 84, 94, 2004, for the last 30 years. I just, I don't know, the last 40 years. Oh my gosh. 84 was 40 years ago, not 30 years ago, girl. Oh my God. For the last 40 years, she's been able to. Mary Lou's been in movies. Mary Lou has had Wheatie boxes. Mary Lou has had commercial deals. Mary Lou has had. She's been a part of USA Gymnastics in some kind of administrative way for the last 40 years. I mean, I'm not saying she's like Simone Biles a billionaire. I'm not saying she's Olivia Dunn a billionaire. I don't know. It's just hard. It's just hard for me to. It just feels weird. It just feels weird. And there's other like, and it's the whole GoFundMe ish part to it that feels weird to me because it's so many other avenues that hell they could have ran through their money. She done. Mary Lou had a bunch of kids. Let's not act like her husband wasn't being fruitful and multiplying. They had a bunch of kids and they sent all them girls through college or whatever, right? And them girls was very talented gymnasts, and I'm sure they had great scholarships, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure their scholarships did not cover everything. So I'm taking that into consideration that they could have ran through their money, which is like most Americans. I'm not going to say that, but there. It just feels like there are other ways they could have come up with her medical expenses without putting her business out there like that, which makes it feel like a money grab. Different situation, different people, I know, but Diane Durham was sick for a long time and we did not know until she passed away. And I know Diane Durham did not have nowhere near the celebrity, the fame, everything that Mary Lou has. And I'm not trying to compare and contrast. That's horrible. I'm just saying Tom and Diane was able to have everything taken care of privately through USA Gymnastics. I don't understand why Mary Lou and her family couldn't do the same thing unless they felt like they could have gotten more money from their GoFundMe. Because right now, the last time I checked, it was at a pretty decent amount of money that they've raised so far. So I'm not sure. Also, I feel like it's a money grab because, but see, that's the difference. That's the difference. Like Dominique Mucianu can't get a job because she has spoken out against USA Gymnastics so hard for so long. Mary Lou, on the other hand, has been basically a microphone for USA Gymnastics. Mary Lou has been trying to silence the victims. Mary Lou has been trying to cover up stories. That's why I think USA Gymnastics would absolutely help Mary Lou, whereas they wouldn't even spit on Dominique Mucianu if she was on fire. Um, And Mary Lou Retton has also recently been such a loud and proud Republican spokesperson too. It's kind of you didn't want to give everybody free government health care, and you was an anti-vaxxer. And if it's COVID, like if it's not COVID, then I would feel bad. I wouldn't feel bad. I still would feel the same, but I would feel slightly different. But if it is COVID, I do feel bad. I wouldn't wish it upon because I've had COVID several times, but mm-mm. I, it just feels icky, you guys. Like, I don't mind them fundraising. No, they hasn't. And that's another. Okay, Oscar. Oscar, you doing something here, girl. Doing something here, friend. Because that's something else that's kind of weird about this story. USA Gymnastics hasn't posted shit about this. The only reason we know about this is because her daughters. So this makes me think that this isn't something that Mary Lou even. Oh, thank you. This is something that makes me feel like it's the family. It's not even Mary Lou. I don't know. It just felt off, you guys. It feels wrong. I what, and I'm not saying Mary Lou's illness feels wrong. That makes total and complete sense. It's just the family's reaction to her illness feels so wrong. So it's not Mary Lou that's getting the red reading. The GoFundMe is her daughter, McKenna. Well, all of her daughters went to LSU. The last one that went to LSU. I think she got one more that's going to LSU, but I don't think she's at LSU yet. Or maybe she is, I'm not sure. Kathy Johnson also posted her support of Mary Lou Retton, but also not the GoFundMe. So that makes me question the validity of the GoFundMe. Is the GoFundMe even necessary? Are people saying because all of her because if Kathy Johnson Clark felt like Mary Lou needed the money, Kathy Johnson Clark probably would give Mary Lou the damn money. Like, so it just is 1 + 1 is not equaling two with this situation. I also feel like especially with Worlds just ending, I feel like if Mary Lou Retton was in that critical condition, it would have made the news rounds. It would have made the news rounds because it's out there. It's not like yeah, all her kids did gymnastics. None of them were elite gymnasts. All of them were NCAA level gymnasts. Most of well, maybe not. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I know McKenna was. I know it was one before McKenna. I know it's one after McKenna. Um, I think all her daughters were. I'm not sure about her sons. Also, Mary Lou seems like a very private individual. Like we never know nothing about Mary Lou Retton unless she puts it out there. So I don't know. I just don't know. Mate, I just am not sure. I feel like thank you. Thank you. Please support. Please support any way, shape, form possible. Um, Now that we have more viewers, also support Addicts and Catherine, new show that they are bringing over to the Twitch channel. I guess that's the direction that We Love Gymnastics. I support them very, 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 very much. Hell, Mary Lou was on an episode of Baywatch and Pamela Anderson giving Mohini Bahar to watch $10,000. She could give Mary Lou Retton some change. She absolutely could. Mary Lou, plus again, it's not like Mary Lou Retton doesn't have active residuals, right? She's been in movies. She's been on TV shows, popular movies, popular TV shows that are still in syndication to this day. Like, Mary Lou Retton has a coin. Mary Lou Retton has a coin. Like, fuck what you heard. Mary Lou Retton has a coin. Hey, all you new people that I haven't seen in so long, thank you for tuning into the show. It really does spell confusion. It's giving, and the sad part is, I absolutely believe Mary Lou Retton is somewhere in ICU, not knowing none of this shit is going on, just trying to get her breathing right, trying to make sure she can breathe. But if Mary Lou Retton is still a part of USA Gymnastics right now, and if she's getting health insurance with USA Gymnastics and her daughters are lying, ooh, I'm sorry, Hi, hi. Oh crap. Damn it, I did something. I don't know what I did. Okay. There we go. Okay, so have you heard anyone from Mary Lou Retton team and noticed that she has no health insurance? Or is it mentioned in the GoFundMe? It was mentioned in the GoFundMe. One of her daughters, again, McKenna, I'm not, McKenna posted on the GoFundMe that Mary Lou has no health insurance and they literally need help paying the bills. That's what was stated in the GoFundMe. I don't know if it was the daughters tired of asking people for help and they just decided to go to the public, which is possible. Because, it's real easy. Now, let's get them some grace. It's real easy to go to the hospital for one thing, be in the hospital for 2-3 weeks, and rack up a $1.2 million hospital bill. It is very easy. So I'm not going to discredit that could be what's going on. I'm not also going to discredit what could be going on is that because the government aren't paying for these COVID treatments anymore, she needs that because it's this drug when you have COVID that's supposed to clear COVID up immediately. It's a shot or whatever. So maybe they're trying to get money for the shot. I don't know. But let's see what Fran said. Ooh. Okay, Fran said Olympian Mary Lou Retton to receive aid from USOPC amid battle with rare pneumonia. Reported committees working to get Retton aid through U.S. Olympian and Paralympian Relief Fund. That makes sense to me, Oscar. That makes a lot of goddamn sense to me. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. That's why I said what I said at the beginning of the conversation, which was, I don't understand if all the money that she's made from the last 40 years has dried up. I don't understand why they just didn't go to USA Gymnastics and have them pay for everything in a private manner. I don't understand why the daughters went to social media and created a GoFundMe. It feels icky. It feels off. It doesn't feel like something that I'm not gonna say was needed. My only other thing, logic, I guess, is maybe they need immediate money and they felt like the GoFundMe would be something faster. Um, I don't know. It feels very icky. I understand that's their mom, and I understand that they probably feel desperate, but and they have gotten. I don't know where the GoFundMe is at right now. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Google. We're waiting on Google to load. How much money has Mary Lou Retton's GoFundMe raised? Okay, 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 okay. How somebody guess in the comments how much they raised? Because when I tell you how much they raised, this is why it feels icky. Their goal was 50,000. They raised so far in 2 days $360,000. That is literally 3 times what they asked for. That is literally 3 times what they asked for. The math just ain't mathing. And it's just been up for 2 days and they haven't taken it down. So what do they want? A million? There is nothing wrong with asking for help when you need it. There is nothing wrong. But this just, to me, from my opinion, from everything that I can see, from the things that I can Google, from the things, because I'm not in their personal business. If it ain't on Google, then I can't find out about it. But don't this seems kind of egregious? Doesn't this scream like a money grab? Doesn't it seem like they're trying to make sure that they're in a better financial position than they were because of Mary Lou's illness than actually just paying for Mary Lou's medical bills? I don't know. I don't know. What did the Russian national team coach say about Simone Biles? In closing, before I find Valentino, sit your ass back down in the reading chair, girl, because don't think I forgot about you because we was talking about Mary Lou for the last 30 minutes, girl. Valentino, sit your ass back down in the reading chair, girl. Just let me find this quote, and then we finna get to reading this bitch right here. Um, that's what she said in a nutshell, but we finna I want the actual quote, friend. I don't know where I posted it. Or maybe I didn't repost it. Oscar, who has that quote? And of course, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Okay. Okay, thank you, Oscar. Are you sending it to Twitter? Thank you, friend. But here we go. Oh no, Oscar, just screenshot it and send it to me. Apparently, I'm blocked on that account. Here we go. There we go. It's so funny to find out how many gymnastics accounts that I'm blocked. Well, it's funny if we're just gonna be Valentino, sit your ass down for a second. It's funny that um how many people have unblocked me since I decided to leave We Love Gymnastics. That shit is hilarious to me. It's just I understand. I understand. We're not gonna go there. It's just trippy. Okay, I got you. So Valentino said the head coach of the artistic gymnastics team expressed her dissatisfaction with Simone Biles' victory at the World Championships in Arthur. The American gymnast won gold in the team and individual all around as well as silver on vault. And Grumpy Old Fish said, I want to express my regret about Biles' victory. What is gymnastics? It is scary to watch it. You think there is at least some kind of aesthetics there? Low? There is simply nothing to watch. She has no great performance, only difficulty. She only wins with difficulty. We will now submit these questions to the International Federation. What should prevail? Beautiful, high-level performance while respecting the rules? Or we will only follow the path of complexity? So what will artistic gymnastics look like? Surprise with tips? That's a big question. Unfortunately, during these World Championships, we did not see a single gymnast with high level of performance. I can only mention the Chinese on uneven bars. Disappointment. Valentino says, you old, rubbery face, baseball glove face looking. Have to get plastic surgeries in your face every fucking 6 months so your face won't fall to the floor. You think you know anything about beauty? You think you know anything about aesthetic? That's why your most beautiful, most aesthetically pleasing gymnast has to use American fluorescentized music to go with her routine because you're non-aesthetic having musically challenged, non-tone having like the chop and screw every piece of music having as we know nothing about artistry if it wasn't for the ballet training that the Soviet Union put in place that the Russians just kept going on. You think because you are the Russian head coach that means anything? The only reason that y'all have an Olympic gold medal is because Simone Biles had the twisties and had to pull out of that competition, and we had a fucked up national team coordinator who did not know how to pick a team. Do you think because of your team talent alone, you won anything in this sport from your talent of gymnast? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Simone Biles has technique. Simone Biles has straight legs. Simone Biles has pointed toes. Can Vlada say the same thing? Can Maria Pacinko say the same thing? Can the Beaver say the same thing? Can Mustafina say the same thing? I think not, sister. You have had one gymnast over the last 15 years with really great lines, and that is Komova. Everything else has been about difficulty, power. Yes, Mustafina was a very beautiful dancer. Yes, Mustafina has great lines. Did she have great form in the air? Absolutely not, Valentina. Absolutely not. Does Listanova have great technique? Hell no. That's why her back handsprings look the fuck way she does. Maybe if you would stop teaching dance and start teaching these girls technique, maybe Listanova can build up her difficulty to keep up with Simone Biles. Because right now, you're trying to have a conversation about Simone Biles with Listanova and Monikova, where they couldn't even keep up with Charlize Jones at this point in time, sis. Your gymnast can't even keep up with Charlize Jones. Your gymnast damn sure can't keep up with Rebecca Andrade. And I think if Agia D'Amato was on her best day, she would beat Listanova. And now that Jessica Gadarova has a chung on her best day, she damn sure would beat Listanova too, girl. Stay in your place. If Russia was competing in the world right now, they would be somewhere in fourth place, girl. Stay in your place. Why? Because they have no vaulters. Why? You have a bunch of girls opening their routines with double tucks. Russia, stay in your place. You're lucky that you're not being embarrassed in the world right now because y'all are being banned. Russia, save your gymnast bodies, girl, because it makes no sense because they're not going to compete in Paris because the IOU just banned y'all from all Olympics, girl. So, and if you think you're not going to go to Paris, you're damn sure not going to go to the damn LA Olympics next quarter. So y'all not going to be in gymnastics for a while, girl. So I don't even understand why you're talking. Know your place. It's in fourth place. You're not even the best team in Europe anymore, girl. You're probably like the third best team in Europe behind GB and the Italians, girl. Know your place. Anyways, now that that is done, what this dumb bitch just said about Simone is utterly ridiculous. Simone, and this is the whole goes back to the whole conversation of the European standard of gymnastics, whereas Simone Biles, is she the most artistic gymnast there is? No, but does she get by? She absolutely does get by. Charlize Jones, on the other hand, had one of the most beautiful floor routines of the entire World Championships. Ain't nothing I saw coming from Russian Cup could challenge the beauty of Charlize Jones' floor routine. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. And with that, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the solo show. Tune in. We'll be doing more. We got things in store for the platform. See you guys later. Ciao.